one cameo at the end of Iron Man 3 where Mark Ruffalo, who plays Hulk, shows up, but that's not in the movie. So it's going to be interesting to see, but if I had to guess, I would say that the 6/23 date, 6/23/17 would either be Justice League or the 3/23/18 would be Justice League. I guess we're just going to have to see, but DC has officially put out there that they're calling dates, they're calling their shot, and there's something of a plan out there. What do you think?
It's exciting to see that they finally have their universe planned out. They finally got a plan in order. I'm thinking that the movie, because we know the Batman movie's coming in 2019. I'm thinking that the movie that comes between Batman vs. Superman and Justice League is going to be the Flash one with the Green Lantern. And I'm pretty excited for it. Alright, so our next topic is the PlayStation Now beta has been released, and you played it a little bit, had some experience with it, and at first glance it's seeming like it's kind of a good idea, but they definitely need to work out some of the pricing issues, because right now some games are they're more expensive to rent than they would be to buy at a GameStop for used. And there's just weird stuff out there, like some games don't have the ability to rent them for more than like a certain amount of time. Like some of them only have where you can rent them for 3 months. Some of them only have the 2-day rental, and there's a really weird rental where you can rent a game for 4 hours, which is not really. I don't know why I would want to rent a game. It'd be kind of like a demo. But it's interesting to see, and I'm excited for the possibilities of PlayStation Now. And what do you have to say about it?
I'm going to put the pictures up right here now. You're looking at the PlayStation Now, this 4 hours, 7 days, 30 days, and 90-day prices. And as we know that the PlayStation Now is older games, so PS2, PS1, PS3, they're going to go all of them. I was using it. I did use it. It's not bad. It's a little complicated. It's strangely complicated. And then, a lot of people don't play games that much. A lot of people just have their PlayStation and they just kind of use it. They're not intense gamers, but they'll have it, because it's a Blu-ray. It plays music. It does all this different stuff. And the fact that they made it pretty complicated is weird. And then the pricing is strange, because a lot of these games, if you have the older system, you can probably buy the whole game for less than what they're charging to rent it. So I'm guessing that prices are going to drop on some of these old titles, to rent it. And there's no buy it. You can't buy it. You can't buy the game. You just can rent it. I think that's another thing that's going to change. I think that licensing deals are going to be a big problem with this, because a lot of companies are wanting to see money off of this, and I just don't know if they're going to do that if they lower the price, because some of these games you can buy at, GameStop or Games Plus, whatever used game store you have around you. Some of these places you can just buy games for, $1, $2, and to rent it for 4 hours is. And this one is $2.99, and this one is $4.99. It's just, I don't know. I just don't see that being something that everyone's going to want to do. I honestly believe that the 4-hour one is going to completely go away, and the prices are just going to move over. So instead of the $2.99 for the 4 hours, it'll be $2.99 for the 7 days, or cheaper, and then they'll go up. But it's very weird pricing, and it's real expensive. So if there's anything that they need to fix, it's definitely going to be that.
The one thing that you mentioned was that you can only rent them now, and most people aren't. Like for me, for instance, I don't play my PS4 every single day. So if I'm renting a game for the 2 weeks or whatever, I might not get to play it, and I don't really like that pressure of having to play this game. I like to buy the game, play it a little bit. And I'll play it at some other time. So I really hope they do put the buy option in there for sure. But that might not be in their model.
And it is just the open beta. So, and another thing about open betas is they put the game out there, or the whatever they're going to do. It's almost like it's becoming a trend where we're not going to put our game out there. we're just going to call it a beta, where the game is pretty much released, but we're just going to call it a beta and then fix the things you don't like about it and then releasing it. It's almost cheating, even though I like it because I don't want the game to suck before I get it. I want them to be able to fix it. But, it goes into another point of games being moved back. But we can talk about that forever. But, it's got its kinks. It's just the beta. So I guess we'll see where it goes with that.
Hopefully, we get a better product out of this because we got the beta, and hopefully people have constructive criticism about it, and they can shape it into something successful, which is what it could be.
Right. All right, next on our list here is Aquaman. Now, those who don't know, I did a video on it. Aquaman has been officially announced that Jason Momoa will be playing him. It's pretty exciting. It's like the worst kept secret in all of movies that he was going to be playing Aquaman. They just did a terrible job of it, so they finally announced it. I kind of hinted at it in my video on it, but I really hope we get an Aquaman picture soon. I'd really like to just see what he looks like. Having said that, I wouldn't be mad at it if they have at least one character in this movie that we just don't know what he looks like until we see the movie. Apparently he's barely going to be in it. Probably just the end if I had to guess. But, I don't know. But, that's...
Yeah, you wonder how, characters like Wonder Woman and Aquaman that are confirmed for this movie, in this Batman vs. Superman movie, how much screen time they're actually going to have, if they're going to be cameos at the end of it. They're going to be sort of like, oh, we're setting up, this is going to be the setting up of the Justice League. Something that, Marvel does, how they, at the end of them, they have Samuel L. Jackson come around and he's, telling them about what we got to get done, about these other people. You wonder if they're going to be, actual part of this movie, or if they're going to be, just sort of things at the end, or maybe even after credit scenes. But it would be refreshing to see Aquaman in costume for the first time in the movie instead of it being released.
Yeah, and the last thing today is kind of just an update. Preseason football is right around the corner. We got the Manziel talk, we got all that, and I'm definitely going to start covering that now. I know that some of you have said that I haven't been covering sports as much, but I'm just personally not a baseball fan that much, so I don't really cover baseball. I will cover playoff baseball when it comes here, but there's just so much regular season baseball that I just don't cover it unless something crazy happens. Like I did cover Kurt Schilling's, the no-hitter this year, and so I will be covering more football. I will be covering playoff baseball, and hopefully I can get some. So hopefully I can be the first one to post the highlights of these games, but I don't know how long I'll be able to do that. I'm gonna try and get highlights right away, because a lot of times you have to wait until the night in order to see the highlights. They make you wait to watch it on ABC or whatever the stupid rule is. They just don't show them until the nighttime. Hopefully I can be the first one to put them on, but we'll see how that goes. I know there's a lot of copyright and all that stuff to go on, but so there's your update with the sports. More sports is around the corner: basketball, playoff baseball, and preseason football. Do you have anything else to add?
No.
All right, so that's it for us today. Leave your comments down below. What do you think about Age of Ultron? What do you think about PlayStation Now? Let me know what you guys think about PlayStation Now if you've used it, because there's really mixed reviews on it right now. And then let me know what you think about Batman v Superman and the DC lineups. Make sure you're subscribing. We're almost at double digits, one more, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks.